You ever catch yourself explaining how someone should treat you like it's some class they accidentally skipped? Like you're standing there handing out the syllabus for respect and kindness, and they're just nodding, smiling politely, not absorbing a word. And you wonder if the problem is you. I used to sit there breaking down every little thing like it was a lesson in basic human decency. When I tell you I'm hurt, I'd say, don't just stare at your phone. Don't shrug it off. Don't make me feel like I'm overreacting. And she'd nod. And still, she'd do it again, over and over. And me? I kept thinking, maybe I wasn't clear enough. Maybe I didn't explain myself right. No, she heard me every single time, and she didn't care. I wasn't failing at communication. She was failing at empathy. She didn't want to meet me halfway. She didn't want to be present, and somehow I convinced myself it was my fault. I wrote essays in my head about why I deserved love, paragraphs about effort, sentences about loyalty, and she couldn't even give me a sentence back. She couldn't acknowledge my feelings without twisting them. She couldn't validate me without making me feel guilty for existing. And somehow I apologized for needing her to show up. I made myself smaller. I dimmed my light so she wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I said sorry for wanting communication, sorry for wanting affection, sorry for wanting her to act like she loved me. Imagine that, apologizing for wanting love, apologizing for asking to be seen. And every apology made me feel weaker. Every explanation made me feel invisible. Every time I lowered myself, she didn't raise hers. She didn't meet me in the middle. And I kept giving, hoping that one day, maybe one day, she'd realize I was enough. And then one day I woke up, not in a cinematic epiphany kind of way, just tired. Tired of feeling like I was begging to exist in someone else's world. Tired of explaining why I mattered. And it hit me like a punch to the chest. I wasn't asking for too much. I wasn't wrong for needing her. I wasn't broken for having feelings. I was just asking the wrong person. She had already decided I wasn't worth the effort. She had already chosen indifference over empathy. And nothing I said, nothing I explained, nothing I pleaded for could change that. You can't convince someone to care. You can't teach respect. You can't make them see your worth if they've already looked away. I realized then that I had been looking for love in a house built on lies. I had been asking for loyalty from someone allergic to it. I had been apologizing for the things that made me human, things that made me alive, things that made me who I am. And I understood that I didn't need to shrink anymore. I didn't need to justify myself to someone who couldn't see me. I didn't need to teach someone how to care when it was never in their heart to do so. So now I keep my light on. I speak my truth. I honor my feelings. I stop writing essays in my head for people who aren't going to read them. I stop apologizing for existing. Because wanting to be loved, truly loved, isn't a crime. Needing communication, attention, and care isn't a flaw. And anyone who makes you feel crazy for having those needs, they aren't your mirror, they're the problem. I am enough. I always was.